and welcome to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf. Today with another episode of our ongoing campaign through the world of Hades as we try to escape it. How are you all doing this fine Thursday afternoon? Fine and cloudy. Lighting looks sufficient today. Before we move on to our adventure, let me go ahead and describe what's on tap today. And today we have a helping from Ghost Town Brewing. And this little number is called a Geisterfaust, which I believe is a German word. Probably should have looked this up. But it's got a lot of pink skulls. I'm naturally attracted to the color pink. And I do like the skull motif. This is another one in my line of, if I like the can, I'm gonna try it out. Pilsners are very basic pale lagers. So the difference between a lager and an ale being the thing I drink the most, is where the yeast ferments, whereas ales are top fermenting, lagers are bottom fermenting. Homebrewers like myself will have seen that most ales ferment on the top. Again, lagers are very basic. They're nothing more than barley made into beer. But of course they do have their own little distinctions, and some of my favorite beers, lagers specifically, hail from Germany, which is where they have been perfected. They've got a rule over there, and you can look up that rule. I'm not about to pronounce pronunciation, but they've got a rule over there that they are only ever allowed to use 4 ingredients into making beer, and that's the grain, water, hops, and yeast. And so, using these 4 ingredients and nothing more, they've perfected some of the greatest lagers in history. Very tasty, and anything made in the US so far pales in comparison to anything they make over there. So it would be simple for you to determine that I generally stay away from American Pilsners. But again, I am not about to not try out something that catches my eye, specifically with the can design. So let's go ahead and pour this one over. Fortunately, today we don't have a spillover, which is great news for my keyboard. Most Pilsners pour gold. I actually tried looking on Untapped if this one had a description, but I guess this one is new enough that it does not. So I'll just give it to you straight from the horse's mouth. So it's certainly got a nice bouquet, very effervescent as you would expect most crisp Pilsners. It's got a good clear golden color. Fang and ale, dear viewer. So it's got a good crisp flavor. Certainly strong paleness, not overbearing like an IPA or anything like that. And just at the end, you get a slight sweetness to it. Not too strong like some Asian Pilsners. But it's certainly, I would say not unbecoming, but certainly pleasant. So I could recommend if you're buying American Pilsners, I want to say. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and move on to the main event here. Okay, and it looks like my audio is recording just fine, so let's go ahead and start this up. 51 escape attempts, ladies and gentlemen, and we've only made it to the 3rd world.
Oh, that stupid Hydra.
It is always that point, Hydra. No no Hypnos today. Oh.
Help me to understand something here, Orpheus. Why do I bother keeping such a worthless shadow of a court musician in my house? You prattle ceaselessly, yet I can't get even a single note out of you.
If I may be so bold, my lord, perhaps the merest sight of me still stirs in you a memory of my performances of yore. It gladdens me you used to like my songs.
I used to tolerate your insolence. We're finished here. You find your voice immediately. You have 100 years and not a moment more.
Poor Orpheus.
Gotta say though, I've never had a deadline of 100 years, so that's pretty generous to say the least.
Cerberus cannot be bothered at this time.
Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right, boy?
Every dog owner knows exactly how to pet theirs.
Achilles, wanted to ask you more about the weapons I've been using. They can change shape. So they've molded themselves to suit me and remember their past wielders, something like that?
Something like that. They seem alive, don't they? Taking everything in. I think they long predate even your father's time. Some have seen many different owners. Chances are you shall not be the last.
In the meantime, I'll take good care of them.
That's an interesting way of looking at that concept. The fact that each of these weapons has a different aspect. It just adds depth to the lore. And Mom?
Chaos seems to have taken somewhat of a liking to me, Nyx. They mentioned you.
They mentioned me, did they? I thought, perhaps, that they had long forgotten. You should know they are my mother and my father, child. We have not spoken since the dawn of time.
That's... oh.
That's a long time.
Meg must have gone back already. Miss Dusa, I ran into hostile Gorgons that resembled you out there in Asphodel. Resembled only in the vaguest sense, I mean. They lacked your charm or social graces anyway. I just hope you are not related, since I sort of, you know.
Oh.
Took them out.
They're relatives just in the loosest sense. Like, say you had some nasty, almost mindless siblings born entirely from your own blood. Something like that. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get a steady job because of them?
Wouldn't be great references.
So I have your permission to continue hacking down such Gorgons with impunity?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Thanks for asking, Prince.
You have permission to slaughter my kin. Still saving up some of that shadow darkness to purchase the next Death Defiance. So it's gonna be a while. Before something else catches my eye, of course. And what'll it be today? Ah, the spear. I believe that's what we played with last time.
You are bound to me, and I am your host.
I don't know that I really took greatest advantage of that. We've only... How can we tell how much blood we have? Oh, it's at the top here, so I've only got the one. Let's go with aspect of Zagreus. That should be sufficient. Back to basics, as they say.
Nah, that was nothing.
You don't say.
A new addition to the old collection.
Items from the Well of Karen have durations increased by 4 encounters, and we're still trying to increase the level on this particular item. Let's see how far we can push it. And we have something new. Oh, Artemis. Who's left in the Greek pantheon here? So Dionysus, Artemis, Ares, Aphrodite, Athena, Poseidon. Do I have a Zeus? No, I don't think I have a Zeus. I also don't think I have a Hermes. And I know at some point I'm supposed to meet Demeter. So we move.
What will you step, you oaf? My house is not a sty through which to track your filth.
And just who is he talking about?
I'll have to be more careful.
Poseidon. Uncle. The fun one.
Last time your father and I spoke, he told me I was all washed up. Can you believe the nerve of it, nephew? Why, he took the words right out of my mouth.
Definition of my fun, uncle. Special deals more damage and knocks foes away. Your attack deals more damage and knocks foes away. I honestly was looking for the dash, Tempest dash. Maybe that's what it's called. Bloodshot. No. Maybe. This is actually a very good question. Any thoughts from the chat? I'm going to say that today we will try the strike.
Fury.
And it's got a knockback effect, which is nice. So it might not be a full deflect, but it certainly works. Guaranteed backstab with this particular aspect. Don't walk into the trap.
That's something.
Claim that victory. And so Zeus or a heart. Let's see my other uncle. Just far enough. Whoa.
Lord Zeus.
Here you go.
Lord Zeus, Uncle, please accept this offering and all my gratitude.
Goodness, nephew, that's an offering indeed. I'm thankful for your piety to me. And as a show of generosity to you in turn, I present this.
My thanks, Lord Uncle Zeus.
Beautiful. One more for the collection.
Nephew, I have somewhat of a favor I must ask. You tell your father, if you so happen to run into him again, that his brother Zeus forgives him and would like to reconnect and welcome him into the family again. You tell him for me, hmm?
I don't know that this is gonna help anything, but okay. Lightning reflexes. After you dash, just before getting hit, your bolt strikes a nearby foe. That sounds delightfully delicious.
Electric.
Lord Hades bears no love for him, for reasons I can scarce begin to contemplate. It is as though Lord Hades chooses willingly not to consort with the Olympians. And it is complete. Far more darkness.
Next up.
Nice. Whoa. Why was I stuck there for a second? Very unusual. Maybe using Poseidon's boon on my primary attack was not such a bad idea. Perhaps I should practice more with the cast. It is getting neglected. So either coin or pizza. Pizza's high. I don't want to wreck the place too much.
That's what you get.
When you let your heart win. I guess with the knockback effect, they actually can't get nearby. Which is nice.
Power of Olympus.
Let's go with the primary.
Shocking my senses.
Ah, Hammer of Daedalus. I don't see these as often as I used to back in the day.
Look who.
Huh, I thought I had gotten rid of him. I should be just a bit more less presumptuous. Where are you?
Always a pleasure.
So far more range and more damage for distant foes. I don't know that I used the spin enough. Hits up to 7 foes. Now that sounds like fun.
Sharpened.
So if I can just get things in a line. What does Karen have to offer today? Now this sounds good as well because how the spear flies. Slain foes have a 15% chance to drop items. For right now, I think that's all we're gonna get. Let's save up some money for later. Geisterfaust. Let's see if any of these have anything. Lady Artemis. In a particularly difficult chamber, could it be the mid-boss? Ah, so it bounces. Very good game with the backstabbing. Very nice.
I understand you've been in contact with my father. Your Uncle Zeus, I mean. He's taken interest in your plight. You should feel honored.
Honored is one way to describe it. Your special is stronger and cast a deflect. I do need a deflect. I would have rather have had it on my primary attack, but this should work. Alright, let's move on. Get some gems. Gems, gems. Gem is my name. Aiming poorly here. It almost works like the shield, the Avenger's shield. Should be particularly useful when we're dealing with the numerous skulls. And so either darkness or for naught. Is there any other exits? I guess not. So this takes out lots of tiny enemies in a pinch, which is nice. Whoa, I missed that one. My prize. One more Well of Charon, and then of course we're going for that pizza. Your Castiel, nope. Not necessary. This might be okay. Let's save it. Gotta admire the music here. Sounds like I'm playing Metal Gear or something. Skulking about. Careful with the traps. Oof. And now I got ganged up on. And I believe it's my special that has the deflect ability, so I should keep that one in mind.
Good enough to eat.
Special is stronger, but just before getting hit. I'm assuming that that's what happens when I receive the near miss message. Let's go with the Divine Flourish. More deflect, I say. Gotta fix my cans here for a second. Okay. And what do we have here? How many times are we bouncing? Beautiful deflect work. The enemies are just getting craftier. Whoa! One too many close calls in that battle. And so, the gift of Dionysus or the heart. I don't want to walk up to Uncle Dionysus and simply, Cousin Dionysus. Would it be a cousin? Uncle? Cousin Dionysus. And simply have to forsake one of my current gifts. Let's go with the heart. Staying mobile means death in this game. Whoa. Okay, something powered up here. Something troubles me about it, though, this Baratha. As I transported it, it felt as though it once were mine. Absurd, yet there it was. The touch of a familiar friend. The thought is barely worth making a note of, but it made me wonder whether there are aspects of the weapon well beyond my understanding.
That's better.
Much. And so another chance for a power-up. And I don't need the jewels, particularly if it's simple cosmetics. Let's power up once more. Oh, it seems like we've reached the end. Excellent. Alright, so which one of the Furies are we facing? Any bets? I do hope I see my dear Tisiphone. I drink to that.
Which sister this time?
Ah, my least favorite one.
You're no god. You're nothing but a piece of trash. Born into all of this. And you don't even want it.
Well, when you put it that way...
You seem to have me all figured. And here I thought we were still getting to know each other.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here, I'll show you.
And so, deflect I've got on my special. I've just got to keep that one in mind. Whoa. Walked right into a trap there. Ooh. What am I doing here, folks? Whew. That wasn't cool. Nice. So it works sometimes. Again, if it had only been my primary. Someone's got an anger management problem. This one gives really good chase. Whew. And there we go. Game over. If only I could have lasted just a few more seconds on the chase.
She's tough.
Pathetic.
Sure.
Unfortunately, losing in this battle, that means that I'm not gonna make it very far in this game. Which is a pity. But take it as a learning opportunity, I suppose. The special is just too slow to handle the main deflect necessity.
I ought to lock you up in Thomas.
Could've, would've, should've. That's not bad. 100. "12 encounters, my goodness. So let's go with this. As well as this one. And this ear is still bugging me, jeez. There's only one setting in which this works properly. Well, at least I've got a lot of hearts. That's something, right? One less Death Defiance and we move on.
We go. Be a soon, Bone Hydra.
Simple coin. Alright, let's see who's next. One of these falling pillars. Nice, killed in one shot. Oh, I didn't know that there was an extra hit from just earth vibrations. Nice. I don't need to sell anything. So upgrade a power. I think that's the only option here. What is this? I guess it's just an ornament. Let's move on. No more aura. Back off, dude. Got some good distance game going on now. Just colliding with my spear here. Whoa, hey. Just decided to take off the kids' gloves here, all of a sudden. Haha.
Delicious.
Okay, so power ups one of these moves. Damage to the bolts. Let's go in order here. And so either a skull bag or some more darkness. Or this. No, this is where we came from. Let's go with the rare option of going with the skull bag. I don't exactly know what that entails, but I guess we'll find out. I think I actively avoid it. Oh. Hello. Maybe it means Charon. Buy a power-up. Yes, please.
Always hits the spot.
Divine Flourish. Which one is that? Oh well. And Artemis? A visit with Lady Artemis. Any damage. %, though. Is that really worth it? I would have wanted something closer to 5%. Let's go with the Call of Artemis. And why not?
Care to provide me any insight as to just what sort of hideous monstrosity awaits me over on the next infernal island, Charon mate?
Yes, Charon mate.
That bad, huh?
And I guess we're visiting with Lady Aphrodite. Sure have seen a fair number of family today in only a single run. And so if I can just keep deflecting these. Very nice.
This again sometime, all right?
Don't work yourself too hard down there, you promise, little goblin? We need you in good shape and spirits on Olympus here.
A passion dash. And a wave of despair. This might be the best call, but I'm largely going on by the fact that it's where I end up.
Beautiful.
Never look towards where you're going, only where you end up. Should be a fun enough mechanic. And I guess next we're going with Hermes.
Onward.
Done.
Come try me, Skull Crushers.
Whoa, I got hit on that one. These things are simple enough to get rid of. Just mainly have to avoid trying to get stomped on. Now. What are you gonna do? Excellent. No gift to give today, I'm afraid.
Something, boss. The reason that Uncle Poseidon got to you before I did is I let him. He's under the impression he's as spry as ever.
Each time you enter a chamber, you gain a bit of health. Your special is faster. That That sounds like
Here
fun.
goes.
Let's try that. Anything else of note here? Either a chthonic key or some more nectar. I don't think I need more chthonic keys. Find a higher ground here to avoid all of these bombs. I'm sure there's more waves. A room can't ever be too easy. Run.
Right there.
Okay. I almost didn't see that one. Okay, so further on with Hermes, a visit with Charon. Anything else here? This is a difficult one. How much coin do I have? Maybe not even worth my while. Let's go see Hermes once more. A room of respite.
Olympus, I accept this message.
A chance to dodge automatically. One more dash. That's actually quite useful. Okay. Well, let's see if we can make use of this. Don't tell me the next room is a bone hydra, though. Of course it's the bone hydra.
Changed up your look again, have you, Hydra?
I don't know, that dashing once more is going to help me out. Let's try to play defensively, though. Hot foot. Are you bringing out your friends yet? I don't need to be that close. So they're coming. Whoa, hey. Nice. Deflected some damage there. Jeez. Got all these aerial effects. And one more? No, maybe that's it.
Whoa, that's not good.
You're telling me. Let's save the call for when the gang's all here. And it's impervious once more. Now. Just with this level of missiles, it just becomes bullet hell, seriously. move out of the way. And so, are we clear here? What are you doing to me? Wow. A decisive win. Maybe I was mistaken about how far I was going to go today. But I think I had the right setup, and maybe that was...
For the mirror.
That was what I wanted. So where are we going? Where's the exit here? Okay. Moving on upstairs. Excellent, excellent. One more level.
Off to Tate Elysium again?
And one more go at Elysium. Should I actually sell anything back today? No, I'm not doing that. Passion Dash. I like that actually. Yeah. I really hate selling anything.
Damn it, can't get that.
One use of Death Defiance has upgraded rarity. Maybe I will sell something.
Wash away my brains.
How many levels do I have invested here? This is a tough one. And of course weak is 4 seconds.
The gods won't mind.
Maybe. One more Death Defiance in the bag. Let's hope I don't regret this.
One more floor.
Up the abyss.
Nice and cool up here. Just need to storm my way through that eternal paradise.
So lush. And so, a heart or a chance to change my gameplay. Let's be risky now that we've got our Death Defiances back.
Chariots.
Beautiful. But clearly, it's evident that the amount of damage that I'm dealing at this point is far less than what I actually need to succeed through this area. Wow, okay. Nice. Very interesting mechanic with the shielded enemies. You definitely can't hit them from the front, but from the side and you get some damage in. A diamond. Flaring spin. Your special deals 50% more damage and 30% critical on recovery. That's amazing. Let's go with that.
Good as new.
Power up the old special here. Anything else here? I actually don't even know if you can fall off. No, I don't think you can. That would be a ludicrous letdown though if I suddenly just fell off the platform. So either Lady Artemis, always Lady Artemis, and I meant Aphrodite, of course.
Flame wheels. Out.
These tiny chariots have very few hit points, which makes them nice. Back off, dude.
Hi, Aphrodite.
I sometimes think that she, among the Olympians, may be the mightiest of all. A crashing wave or thundering tempest are preferable to a broken heart. I couldn't agree more.
In the name of Hades.
Resist some damage from nearby foes' attacks. Your weak effects have a longer duration. So this would actually help my dash. Let's go with that. Have a room full of weak enemies. What else is in here? Again, not too familiar with Elysium as I am with Tartarus and Asphodel and Charon. %20 farther move speed. But can my brain actually keep up with that? Okay. And sure.
I'll just take this one.
That's a nice set. And a chance to power up. I don't want to scuffle between these two. Let's power up something we've already got.
I hear something.
Nope.
Death approaches.
What is this?
Thought you could just get away from me, did you?
Thanatos.
Thanatos. I figured it was only a matter of time before Father sent you after me to do his dirty work.
Zagreus, is that really why you think I'm here? Let's see how many of these exalted champions you can send back to their dooms. Unless you'd rather I would send you back to yours.
I would have no such thing.
Here come your father's forces.
Let them come.
Guess I should be more aggressive here. Who am I slaying? Oh, beautiful. What's the point here? Am I supposed to kill more enemies than Thanatos?
Enough.
One? I guess I lost, but somehow I made it through.
Strength.
That's interesting. Your weak effects have an even longer duration. 12 seconds though, that's not a big difference. Let's go with a passion dash.
Powered up.
What will you say to me?
You left without so much as telling me goodbye. I suppose you knew I'd catch up with you sooner or later. Is that it? No escaping death and all.
This is very
I
sad.
left when it was necessary then. I thought of you and hoped you'd understand. I have to do this.
That's more motivation than I've ever heard from you. Well, if you won't say it, I'll say it. Goodbye, Zagreus.
I may be reading more into this dialogue than few gods traverse the boundary that divides the surface realm where dwell the living, and this one, where dwell the dead. Thanatos, embodiment of death, is among those with such an authority and power. Very sad. What else is here? Let's take a quick break, everyone. Gotta get a bio break in, and well, let's just get a bio break in. We'll consider what our next, what's next on tap. So, be right back. Okay, and we are back. Let's go ahead and move on with our adventure. And so it'll be either a trip to Charon or a heart. Let's play it safe today and go for the heart. Go for a cool 200. What's it gonna be, folks? And so it seems like they've got deflect for my Aphrodite's attack, even if they, as they are turned to, which is impressive. Are there any more enemies? I don't want to waste my call on 2. And there he goes. Are they? Okay. And there we reached it. What else is around here? And either it's Aphrodite or one more power up, which I think we will go for. It's the little parts. Let's go. I do love my fast food. Whoa, who are these? Can't say that was as powerful as I would have expected. Diamonds. A diamond is forever.
Good enough to eat.
Okay, so Divine Flourish. Might be time to power this up. Let's go with this. And so I think we are going pretty far in Elysium. Probably farther than we've ever been. And so it's either Artemis or Coin. I'm sorry, Athena or Coin. Let's go see cousin Athena. That is true. That's what I was just remarking.
It's that big soul catcher again.
What are you guys doing? Who are you trying to revive here? There's a bullseye on me. And so it almost seems like a battle of attrition here. Let's not be too careless. Okay, and I think we destroyed the main enemy here. done.
Butterflies better stay away from me.
Whew, Athena. If anybody on Olympus might have the capacity to mend the rift between my master and themselves, it must be her. Though, even in all her wisdom, I remain unsure if she can sway my master's obstinance.
Olympus, I accept this message.
So a stronger divine strike. I don't want to replace my Tempest strike though. Blinding flash. What is exposed? So further damage. Let's go with that. So I guess it's time to deflect even more.
Strongbows.
Where are we going, friends? Tiny versions of what we just faced. And well, excellent. Not bad. So greater dash damage. My special is stronger and can cast deflect. Let's power this one up. And what is Charon offering today?
What's in the pool this time?
That is definitely worthwhile. You deal 50 plus damage from striking undamaged foes. You start encounter with God gauge 15% full. If we have the coin to spare, I think we might as well go with everything. I will take one of everything. Anything to sell? I don't think so. And so either, yeah, let's find a gift.
Out of my way.
Do we actually need to call out Lady Artemis today? Those cards move fast. Maybe we do. Wow. And there we go. One more nectar. Let's see if there's anything left in this room. Nice. And I think we're writing pretty good. Still have our Death Defiances. Have a pretty good arsenal of skills. It'll be either Charon or Poseidon. What are the chances that the Poseidon has something more to offer today? It's quiet. In a chamber where it's quiet generally means that up ahead we've got a challenge. So let's listen in.
In the name of Hades.
Now, your boons with knockaway effects also rupture foes. Interesting. Slamming foes into barriers causes a watery blast in the area. Sure. Let's go with that. I try to slam foes against walls. Though how effective that might be. That seems like a pretty large bottle. Let's see what's next. stadium.
Oh, wow.
Beware, short one. Now you face a foe more terrible even than I. The only foe whom I have ever faced who bested me.
Who might you be talking about?
Hold, fiend! You'll walk not one more step toward the light of day, so long as I am here.
Theseus.
Theseus, no way. You two are legends. I'd be honored if we had a sporting contest here.
A naked attempt to sway me from my convictions. Defend yourself, you blackguard, and may the gods show you some mercy, for I shall not.
Okay, we've got a 2-on-1 here. Best strategy is to probably stay away. Let's say that having two of you come at once is not something that I really want to do. Stay away from his sight. Ah, Theseus. Hopefully if I can finish off the Minotaur first, I might actually have a chance here. Artemis, will you do me the honor? Wow. My aiming is poor. And Theseus has got a shield, but this doesn't necessarily help the situation. Nice. These guys are tough. Wow, okay.
No, you don't.
I walked right into that one. That wasn't smart. Really, my only chance is to take out the Minotaur. Minotaur defeated, but 2 death defieds. Do we have a chance? It seems straightforward enough. I think that truly what is happening here? Whoa. Hey.
The gods are helping him.
Seriously. There's more than one hero, I suppose. I got it from my daddy. Whoa, hey. And that was too early. Where are you? Theseus down.
That'll teach him.
Except I'm I'm really at a disadvantage at this point. But what is this?
Oh, I can't seem to open it.
Ambrosia. Mortals must regularly nourish themselves with food and drink merely to stave off death. The gods of Olympus have no such fear, and consume only for the sake of tradition or revelry. They have access to all splendors and delicacies. Delicacies the world has to offer, yet they favor one in particular, and only very rarely does it make its way down here, into this realm. Wonder what the difference between this and nectar is. And so we've actually bested Elysium. This is definitely a first. Let's go ahead and move on.
I'll take the service exit, thanks.
With very little gas left in the tank.
Thanks for the tip.
Nice. What does Charon have to offer? The Eye of Lamia. We might as well just purchase everything.
Gimme.
A bit of everything. But before we move on to this last floor and a momentous for the channel, let's go ahead and refill our glass. So I decided to get this Mischief from the brewery. This is considered a hoppy Belgian style ale. And so as you can assume, Belgian style ales are inspired by Belgian beers. Wow. Well, we'll go back to the drinking lesson in just a minute as soon as I clean this whole thing up. Okay, so if there is one lesson to be learned from pouring beers, either from bottles or cans, is that there is about a 5% chance that your drink will be highly pressurized for one reason or another, and as soon as you open it, it will start overflowing. At that point, you have very little recourse other than to either hold it on top of a sink, which is rarely an option, or to start drinking like a madman from the top, which is what we did. Hopefully that somebody captures that in a highlight. But as I was saying, this is a brewery, Mischief. Mischief from the brewery, which is a hoppy Belgian style ale. And let's go ahead and pour the rest of this guy in. One of the things that I absolutely hate, categorically, is having to chug any beer. If you are chugging beers, I'm afraid to tell you, but you are doing it wrong. You get absolutely no flavor from doing that. And unfortunately, when you're trying to save as much beer as possible from a pouring cascade, that's exactly what you're doing. You get no chance to actually sample any of the flavors included. I don't care if you're drinking the worst piss poor kind of beer, don't chug beers. So Mischief is a Belgian style ale. One of the things that sets it apart from other Belgian style ales, I want to say, is that it's got a very good spice composition. Now, spice is something very iconic of Belgian beers in general. Let me go ahead and read what Untapped has to say on the matter. Mischief is a hoppy Belgian style golden strong ale, and it is definitely strong, standing at 8.5% ABV. This wickedly good golden ale is a fiendishly dry hopped with American hops to add layer of complexity and mystery to its fruity, dry Belgian style character. It's definitely dry. It's got a bit more hop character than Belgian beers from Belgium itself. Citrus and resin diabolically combine with ripe melon, pear, and slight peppery spice in a precariously effervescent mixture. Enjoy it, but you'll want to keep an eye out. Certainly a naughty beer, if one may say, make such a claim. Unlike other Belgian beers, Mischief itself actually has a stronger pale character than most that I can recognize, and so it sets itself apart in that particular way, maybe blending a bit of both Belgium and the West in that manner. It's got golden color and unfortunately an unusually big head because of what just happened. That being said, never waste good beer. Don't spend your anger crying over a spilled beer. Fang an ale. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to the final step of our challenge here. All right, and before we do that though, never mind. Let's see how far we can get. We've got no more Death Defiances left, and we've got a whole new world ahead of us.
I can do this. I can do this.
And what is the fourth world? It's a labyrinth. Styx. Despite the infamy of the river Styx among the surface dwelling, still breathing mortals, the river is not found on any map. Mortals agree it is best to discover where the river Styx originates only when brought there. Okay. So we're in a factory setting location. Reminds me just a bit of the setting in Final Fantasy VI, to be honest with you. What is this?
At last the willful prince has ventured all the way up to the surface of the mortal realm. Yet still he is encased within the earth itself, the gateway to the underworld. threshold from which there is no escape.
We'll see about that.
Very positive reading there. Again, our first time here in Styx.
Some of those urns have coin in them, don't they?
The Legend of Zelda did teach us to destroy every single possible urn. Wait, what?
The multi-headed Cerberus stands vigilant before the underworld's entryway. The tales of what happens to those foolish enough to attempt to pass are far too graphic to describe.
Cerberus, A2?
So it's really come to this, boy. After everything we've been through. Well then, this is how it has to be. There's nothing left to say. Except for, on your guard. No, but seriously, boy. I know why you're here. There has to be a way to make you look the other way. What if I help you with the satyr problem? Would you let me go? Please. I have to find Persephone. My mother. You know what this means to me.
I certainly hope this encounter doesn't end in a scuffle.
After a moment's hesitation and deliberation, the voracious Hound of Hell barks once, affirmatively toward the prince, who sets off in search of something that can sate the monster's appetites.
Good. Now I just need to head off the beaten path here and see what I can find.
What might be good?
Something I can use.
Huh. So it's some sort of shop. And yet everything is far too expensive. Who am I gifting? Oh, Charon. I guess he doesn't want to talk. What else is around here? And so these are ways forward. But what about Cerberus himself? I guess you can't actually interact with him. Go ahead and buy a boon. Let's go for the pricey one, shall we?
I'll take it.
Oh, it's 2 boons into one.
Stronger still.
Alright, so where shall we head to next? Let's keep powering up. Whoa, hey. Is that it? Nothing interesting, I suppose. What is...
Not poisoned at the moment, thanks.
Oh, I see. What an interesting location. And it is done. Do I not get the gift just yet? Snake Stone. The crystal consciousness lurking in the underworld are none too easily explained, and this is doubly the case when it comes to the serpentine forms residing underneath the upper floor temple floors.
Not bad.
Guess we're moving on. Wow, these guys sure increased in size. Do I get it still?
What is this stuff?
Not yet. Ah, there we go.
No thanks.
Okay. Satyr cultist. A multitude of worries decorate the brow of grim Lord Hades, whose nature is unknown to anyone but him. But there are some concerns that even he cannot suppress. And we're still in search of that pizza. If only we can land closer. Who's left? I should stay away. This is shameful. Being destroyed by rats. Whew, okay. Disgraceful, as they say. Where was the error there?
That stupid Hydra, at least.
Well, that's true. Okay, well, it is 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I think we'll close our Hades game and move on to the next game in our stream. I think we'll move on to Soulcalibur. So, if you're interested in watching me continue the story mode, do stay tuned. And if this is where you are jumping off, well, stay thirsty, Wolfkin. We'll catch you again potentially tomorrow for a retro corner. There's a few things that I've got to work out, but here's hoping that it happens one way or another. Until then. Okay, and we are back. It seems like we are missing something. 1 second, folks. Well, if you can guess what we were missing, win a special prize. But we'll start on Soulcalibur 6 in just a second. If you have just joined the stream, welcome to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream for this Thursday afternoon. We are currently enjoying a Mischief by the brewery, which is a hoppy Belgian style ale. So very similarly to Belgian style ales, it's certainly a bit spicier, almost a peppery character to it, but because it is made in America, it's got a good sense of hops, and so it's also steely in that sense. Very much an enjoyable drink. I do like a lot of jalapenos from the brewery, and so if you see them out in the wild, I do recommend you grab one of them. Bang an ale, dear friends. And let's see if we can get this to work. I've got to update my game capture here. And that didn't do it. Okay, and I think that's it. So, avid fans of the stream will recall that I've been playing the Libra of Soul campaign, which is a run-through of what different characters were doing at different parts of the story. No, I don't. Every time I play with this Xbox controller, it's always the question of, is A or B the one that confirms, and is B the one that actually sends us back? So it's always a pain. And no, I wasn't doing Libra of Souls. What I was doing was Soul Chronicle. And the nice thing about this particular campaign is that it actually allows you to play through all of the different story points for different characters, which is fun. So far I played with Sophitia, which is my main, and I think I also completed the campaign with Song Mina. Where are these guys? So yeah, completed with Sophitia. It's a little difficult to determine when things have been completed. Sophitia, no, Song Mina as well. Plus one more. So maybe I didn't complete Song Mina's. Let's try this one more time. Still thinking of Huang.
What are you doing? Writing your will? Sorry, but you're not going to die just yet. High Priest has taken an interest in you. You'll be heading off to our headquarters, along with this fellow. This is the girl I spoke of earlier, sir.
I thought you were going to save your home. I shall vanquish the evils of the ages.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Those maggots. Neither of you will leave here alive.
You sure about that?
Let's increase the volume on that. Who are these friends? Oh, all the villagers.
Truly love their country, possess a power that spurs others to action. Those who can move people's souls are what you call heroes.
I don't care what sort of damage it causes. Unleash our latest experimental chimera.
Mina, can you fight?
Why do you keep calling it a chimera? Well, let's say that's a conflicted thought. And of course, my remote is not responding. And so I do love the parry in this game. When I actually can use it properly. Whoa, hey. Ah, I got swept. Grab him. This is sad. And of course, I've got one more opponent remaining. That's okay though. I find Lizard Man happens to be the more difficult opponent with Songmina. Ah, you got me. Beautiful. Let's go. Wow. I didn't realize that the monk had a 100-hand slam. No, we're having a rematch, folks. We're not letting this go. Whoa, hey. Vertical. Let's go. Ah, didn't break him. Ah, where? Talk about hitboxes here. And swept them. Okay, second challenge. Slightly better start than last time. Let's go. What? No grabs allowed, I see. This guy is cheesing me. Horizontal. If I could just keep him at a... pathetic. Just pathetic. This is going to require some tackling fuel. If I could just keep him at a distance. That really is the strength of this character. And nice KO. Okay, now the monk again. Ah, if I could just break his guard. Ah, too quick. Vertical. Let's go. Photo finish. was tough. And just a bit of housekeeping here. Well, this is not provocative.
Now do you understand what I meant?
Yeah.
Now, let's go home. It's time to take a break from searching for Soul Edge. We can protect our homeland with our own means, even without the Sword of Salvation. Can we not?
Yeah. Hey, Wong. What happened to your job at the Navy?
Recently, I realized something very important.
Really? But you're so much older than me. I know. This is embarrassing, so give me a piggyback ride like you used to do.
I thought you said you hated piggyback rides because they were too childish.
I don't know that I should be here. Okay. Ah, that's obnoxious. Much better. Okay, so now we finished Songmina's, or maybe we haven't. There's still one more step here. I wonder if there's something else that has to be done, because we've certainly got one more, something else happening after 1589. Very unusual. Well, let's not dwell on these things. Got Geralt. What should we do? Who should we pick? We definitely finished everything with Sophitia, so that wasn't actually something that stopped us. Nothing with Siegfried yet. What happens if we pick main story, actually? The Chronicle of Souls 2. The Ling Shangsu tragedy. When the evil seed emanated from the cursed blade one fateful day in Spain, it released a white light that burst forth, affecting lands far and wide, even as far afield as Ling Shangsu. I am not pronouncing that properly. Killick with the staff. Shanglen. Didn't know that that's how that was pronounced. Yes, they do.
Killick's skill earned him a place as a teacher, an honorable position for one so young. Throughout the ages, Ling Shangsu Temple had kept hold of the three sacred treasures: Krita Yuga, Vipara Yuga, and Kali Yuga.
Definitely not the three sacred treasures from King of Fighters.
Our story begins on the night before the ritual for
Wouldn't that mean you've already asked 2 questions?
They are Devapara Yuga. I thought you'd get Krita Yuga. After all, you've dedicated your life to the sword.
Yes.
This is not easy for me to talk about, but I'm going to try.
Well, let's hear it.
The Krita Yuga. It's no longer at Ling Shangsu. The sword has been gone for more than a decade.
And that's why we're not getting it.
And the Devapara Yuga.
Really?
Surprised? Well, there's more. The one who stole the Krita Yuga was none other than my father. That's why I don't have the right to bear it.
Gasp.
If I were to accept the sword, everyone would be up in arms.
Was that supposed to be a pun?
Was offered to me. I decided to decline. Of course, I love Ling Shangsu, and I do wish to see my studies through to their conclusion. It's just, I just don't want the sacred treasures, or my status as a sacred bearer, or anything else to hold me back. You know what the monks say. Fate is carved with your own hands. When I spoke to them about that, they decided to let me bear Devapara Yuga instead. Now I can
You just have to repeat what they said.
just like you. You know something, Killick?
What?
It's okay. Never mind. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Ah, words unsaid.
And so it was, Killick and Shangling were set to attend the official ritual for becoming sacred bearers. But the night before the ritual, a terrible calamity plunged everything into chaos. Drawn by the Kali Yuga in Killick's hand, came to Ling Shangsu temple. The monks, driven insane by the evil force, began slaying each other, turning the temple to hell on earth.
The Night of the Living Dead, I suppose.
I done. I don't understand. Everyone, stop this madness.
You're insane. You're insane. I don't even know what's happening here. Okay. Zombie monk. I guess I was right. So I've actually tried playing with Keelik in the past. He's not my guy, unfortunately, but I do like the range of his staff. Reminds me a lot of how Songmina plays. It does allow me to just keep foes at a distance. And he is just a little bit easier to combo with, I feel. Seems like all this guy just needed was some good spamming.
It's kill or be killed.
Shanglen, A2.
Get a hold of yourself, Xianglin. Xianglin.
Whoa, fatal blow. What is happening here? Okay. The Chronicle of Souls 3. When Keelik awoke, he found himself in an unfamiliar cave temple. While he was passed out, an old man had been taking care of him. Aside from identifying himself as a weapons expert from Ling Shangsu, the old man spoke little. How mysterious.
Where am I?
Is it Mr. Karate? Oh, it's Sword Master. Blade Master. I think it's Sword Master.
You have yet to recover from your injuries. Rest. And that mirror, Devapara Yuga. Wear it always. There will be grave consequences if you do not. Understand?
Well, how big is this mirror? Is she dead? Is that what we're supposed to assume?
Tell me, Shanglin, why am I still alive?
Have you not realized yet? You are being protected. Devapara Yuga suppresses the evil within you.
Evil?
The old man proceeded to tell a tale.
A tale of souls and swords.
He told Killick about the evil seed. How Devapara Yuga had pulled Killick back from the brink of insanity. How Kali Yuga had the ability to absorb power. And how it was falling under an evil spell.
I see. And there it is.
He told Killick about Soul Edge. Your fate will be set in stone the moment you lose your will to live. Your soul will be swallowed whole by your destiny, leaving behind but a rotten corpse. That is but one path you can take. But perhaps it is the path you wish to take, to submit to that evil sword and its wicked power. Is that what you wish? To become a thrall? Do you see? All is in your hands.
You're saying a lot of things, old man. I don't quite follow.
Shanglin, she told me fate is carved with your own hands. Shanglin gave her life so I could live. That leaves me only one choice.
From that day forth, Killick bore the heavy weight of his karma. As Shanglin's slayer and the last living member of Ling Shangsu, he chose to face his cruel fate head on.
Apply directly to the forehead. Okay. So got some more prizes, I guess. A mysterious visitor. Killick chose to fight against his fate, and as such began a period of intense training under the guidance of the old man. Edge Master. That's what that was. Edge Master. You think? Wonder if his parents just saw the baby and they were like, Edge Master sounds like a good name.
The only reason you and Kali Yuga have yet to succumb is because of Devapara Yuga's power. However, all is not lost. You can learn to control the evil within.
Yes, Master.
Mm-hmm. And so, to control the evil within, we have to carry a lot of water on our backs.
How do you intend to stand up to evil?
Sorry, Master.
To control evil, you must first control yourself. Mastering your own will is the key to overcoming malice.
And there is light within the darkness. Oh, hey.
You must stand strong, whoever you are.
Yes, Master.
Do we really have to fight a bear, though?
Killick, your next
Ah, it's the dude from Assassin's Creed. Seems like this dude is ring out. Ah. And there he goes. Shirtless, I say. Let's go. Dance. We're playing at this point. One thing I respect from Soulcalibur itself, at least from my experience with the franchise, is just the fact that you can't actually block forever. Your blocks only last for a brief period of time before you have to either hit it again or do something else. Let's go. And right across the back. Flawless victory. But who was this mysterious man? That is the question. That's what you got from fighting the shirtless man?
What are you doing? You have yet to finish your training for the day.
Yes, Master.
Okay, the final test. So the SATs. Though the arduous training lasted 3 years, it seemed to pass by in the blink of an eye. The evil harbored within Kilik and Kali Yuga was being kept at bay by Divapara Yuga. Let's say that that's how it's pronounced. However, with it threatening to spill over at any moment, the only time he was able to feel anything approaching peace was during intense training. It's gotta be those endorphins.
Yes, Master.
Oh no. Here we go. Now, if I recall things correctly, Edge Master can actually play any weapon. So this might be a random weapon scuffle. Or maybe not.
I understand why you were chosen to bear Kali Yuga. Kilik, a shadow lies upon your soul. Take heed. If it envelops you completely, the evil within you will stir, and in time tear at your soul until there is nothing left. You need to banish that shadow. I have shown you how to control evil. The rest
So Shadow Link resides within you.
This will be your final test.
The ACTs.
The cause of all this madness. Cleanse yourself of evil.
Yes, Master.
Head west. Keep going to where the wielder of Soul Edge awaits in the heart of a great maelstrom.
Ah, yes, California.
You must live on, as have I.
Too bad we didn't get to fight Edge Master after all. So Kilik's journey begins. There were several roads that led west, but the most common route was by sea. Once Kilik left the cave, he headed over the Himalayas, then traversed south in search of a fort.
what you call luxurious.
The Golden Sunny.
As long as you're heading west. So, can I join you? Sure, why not? But it could end up costing you a pretty penny. Huh? Hey, driver!
Ah, rated.
This ain't the way to the dock. Huh? You deaf or something? What the?
Oh, another zombie.
He's been consumed by evil. You leave me no choice.
Alright, let's see what's... Hello. Horizontal. Ah, blocked. And slam. Whew, okay. Vertical. And vertical. Ah, he got me. Red sword. And he is out. We defeated the God of Thunder. I don't think that was just a bandit, you fool. You don't say. The Indian port. At a port on the eastern coast of India, the sailor he had saved brought Keelik to the ship on which he was a crew member. However, though the ship was indeed heading west, its captain, Maxie, was nowhere to be found. I believe Maxie is the fellow with the nunchucks.
So, you're the guy who saved one of our own? On behalf of our captain, Maxie, welcome you aboard. But, you're gonna have to take that...
Ah, finally some respect. Is this really a mirror? It feels like it's a belt or a strap that goes across my chest.
This is a keepsake, my sister.
Keepsake. You know, I don't know what I'd have done. Maxie.
Are we talking in telepathy? What's happening here?
Okay, fine. I like you. I'll go speak to Maxie. You're one of us now.
Hey, hey, all you need is a good smile and you're part of the crew. Haha.
It seems the captain has the trust of his crew.
Ah, just like Whitebeard. I know the feeling. What is this? What's his name? Astaroth? No. No, I can help. Lizard man, again? You mean the Chimera? Looks like I can just cheese this guy as well. Okay, but what's the real challenge here? Oh, I see. Several of them. And slam down. And you are out. I think this might be original Lizard Man with sword and shield. Let's go. Dance. Oh, these guys are chumps. There is a whole mess of them. There we go. Astaroth. That belt with jewels. Why is everyone calling this a mirror? Cam. Okay. So, the Ryukyu-born pirate captain Maxi sailed the world with his crew looking for greater adventures, which at present had led them to an Indian port. Wow. This just doesn't let up. Overhearing a commotion, Maxi made his way back to his ship, expecting to find a simple altercation, but instead was greeted with the sight of an assault on his crew. So is Maxi gonna help us with Astaroth, or what's happening here?
Who is this abomination? How dare he harm my family? Have at you.
Have at you! Oh no. Ken. Well, it is a giant axe. I don't know why he didn't just cut you in half. Let me pull out my nunchucks. I wonder if we actually get to switch characters at this point. Who is this? Is this the dude from Street Fighter 5? Simple enough. Oh, that was actually Q-Leak. And of course my controller just happened to be... So the one thing I like about Maxi is just how quickly he responds. What I hate about him is just how small of a range he has. And so stand down. Was the mirror taken from him? Is that... I guess so. Hello. Horizontal. Ah, the thought of a block. And there you go. But it seems like we have to beat you down once more. Oh geez, vertical. Kicks are too fast. Hey, hey, hey. Nice. Over the head punch. Beautiful. Well, there goes the ship. It's like he lost his entire crew for this one stranger. The one other great thing about Maxie is that hairstyle.
I ain't leaving him behind. And you know, those guys will be back. We will get our revenge. It's the only reason I live for now.
Sounds good to me. Okay. A violent confrontation. When Keelik awoke, Keelik's second time waking up, Maxie chose not to admonish him, but instead to console the warrior as he wallowed in feelings of guilt. As Keelik and Maxie journeyed on together, they ended up becoming close friends. Then one day, a man appeared before them, blocking their way. Like, who might this man be? Is that Mitsurugi? Hello.
Are you that nunchaku wielder who wants me dead?
Maxie? I have no idea what you're talking about. Even so, what's the deal?
What? I thought all warriors knew you have to strike first.
Hold on a sec.
Mitsurugi, not your everyday samurai.
I may look easygoing, but I never back down from a challenge.
You're sure one plucky fellow. I will honor you with a duel.
Don't blame me if you get hurt.
I think that's the name of the game here. Let's ride. And I love the jazz hands there. You're not fast enough, Mitsurugi. And down. Shouldn't have chosen such a precarious time to drink. And so if we can just keep him at bay. Let's do this. Wow, slamming right in the face. And Fist of Doom. Good finish. That's one way to put it.
We've got our own beef with that.
Well, this is quite a coincidence. Let me just give you this word of advice. Beware of the ninja tongue. Soul Edge and her go hand in hand. So long.
Ninja poof.
The hell was up with that guy?
No idea.
He put up a good fight. I'll give him that. Is everyone that's looking for Soul Edge like him? Just try not
Dashing.
to do it, okay, Maxie? Ha! You worry too much. If anything, you're the one we need to keep an eye on.
Okay, the Chronicle of Souls 10. Keelik and Maxie headed west, eventually arriving at an oasis capital and key transport location in the Middle East, where they attempted to gather information on Soul Edge. Searching alone, Keelik stumbled upon a park where he had an unexpected encounter with a young woman from Asia. And so is this where we meet? Oh no, actually this is where we end. Okay, so we can't actually proceed. Or can we? Oh yes, yes we can. I think we just hit the block. Shanglen? No wait, that's Shanghua.
Is that the Ling Shang Su style sword technique? Shanglen?
That's what I said.
Ling Shang Su? I've heard of it. My mother might have trained there when she was younger. She taught me how to use a sword. Admitted, you're the best.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, I am too.
Gracefully.
Thank you. You traveling somewhere?
Yeah, I'm heading west.
Really? Me too. What are you doing around here?
I just, happen to be passing through.
I see. It must be fate.
That's what you call a meet cute.
So, I'm Shanghua. And you are?
Hey, Killick.
Oh no, a love triangle.
I can't take my eye off you for 5 seconds, can I? No, it's not.
We're going in the same direction. The more the merrier. Thanks, Killick.
I like this.
Okay.
Okay, and I think that about does it for us. I think we'll leave the next chapter for the next time we pick up the old Soulcalibur 6. So let's go ahead and change to the... Okay, well hopefully you had a good time, because I certainly did, except for that brief episode where I had to drink like mad. We might be back tomorrow with our retro corner, but it might be earlier than expected, so hopefully you join us for that if it happens. We'll most likely be picking up our Donkey Kong Country 2 campaign. That being said, stay thirsty, Wolfkin. We'll see you again.